Welcome back to the Explainer. So today, we're turning you into a digital cryptography expert using the absolute powerhouse that is Python. If you've ever, sat there and wondered how computers manage to keep things completely hidden from hackers, well, you're in the right place. Let's get this secret agent journey started.
All right, think about this for a second. You're sitting in class and you really want to send a hidden message to a friend across the room, but you absolutely cannot let anyone else read it if it gets intercepted. Like if the teacher grabs it or some nosy classmate picks it up, you want it to look like total gibberish to them, right? But to your friend, crystal clear. Honestly, that exact challenge is the whole foundation of digital security today.
So level 1, the art of secrets. Let's get into it.
To pull this off, we first need to learn the basic vocabulary of a spy. We've got plain text on one side. Plain text is just your normal, readable, original information, like meet me at lunch. Literally anyone can read it. But on the other side, we have ciphertext. This is the scrambled, totally unintelligible version of your message. Encryption is really just the art of taking that plain text and mathematically scrambling it into ciphertext, making sure absolutely no one can understand it without permission.
Think of it kind of like a physical lock-in key. Imagine putting your plain text message inside a really sturdy metal box. The encryption algorithm, which is just the math we use to scramble things, is the heavy padlock right on the front. But the absolute most crucial part? The secret key. That key is the exact combination used to lock it, and, well, it's the only thing that can open it back up. Without it, that box is staying completely shut.
Now, cryptography is a tool, right? And like any superpower, it can be used for good or for evil. When used the right way, it protects your daily life. It secures your WhatsApp messages so only you and your friends see them, and it perfectly locks away things like your passwords and bank details. But there's definitely a dark side. Hackers use these exact same encryption techniques to do bad things. They build what's called ransomware viruses to lock up a person's or a company's data, and then they basically demand a massive ransom of money just to hand the key back over.
All right, moving right along to level 2, Python's magic translator tools.
Here's the thing about computers. They don't actually understand the English alphabet at all. They only really speak math and numbers. So we have to use Python's secret translator functions. Meet your first two gadgets, the ORD function and the CHR function. See, a computer stores every single letter as a specific number in a system called Unicode. So if you type ORD and put an A in the parentheses, Python translates that capital A right into its secret Unicode number, which happens to be 65. It literally turns a letter in the math. Then, when your friend gets that secret number 65, they use the CHR function to magically translate that math right back into the capital letter A. It's just letter to number, number to letter.
Now for level 3, the simple shift cipher.
This little beginner gadget is actually famous. It's known as the Caesar cipher because Julius Caesar literally used it to send military commands back in the day. And the logic is beautifully simple. Let's say we want to hide the letter D, and we decide our secret key is the number 1. Step 1, we use that ORD function to find the secret number for D. Step 2, we just add our secret key to it. So whatever D is, plus 1, shifts us down to the very next number in the alphabet. And step 3, we run the car function on that new number. So D simply shifts over one spot and becomes E. To decrypt it, your friend just subtracts 1. Super easy, right?
Shifting is a totally solid start. I mean, it's how people encrypted things for hundreds of years. But what if a modern hacker just guesses your shift number? Computers today are unbelievably fast. A hacker's computer could easily guess every single possible shift from 1 to 26 in literally a fraction of a millisecond. So yeah, it's way too simple for modern bad guys. We definitely need something stronger.
Which brings us to level 4, speaking in lights, or bits.
To really outsmart these hackers, we have to start speaking the true language of computers. I want you to imagine that the inside of your computer is just this massive warehouse filled with billions of tiny light bulbs. Each one of those little bulbs is called a bit. A bit is the absolute smallest unit of computer data, and it only has two possible states. It's either lit up, which the computer reads as a 1, or it's turned off, which it reads as a 0. That's really it. All your photos, all your games, your texts, they are all, at the end of the day, just giant combinations of 1s and 0s.
Now, because the computer operates entirely on these 1s and 0s, the absolute fastest way to manipulate data is by using something called bitwise operations. Instead of doing standard math, like adding or subtracting big, normal numbers, bitwise operations do mathematical movements directly on those individual lit and unlit bulbs. Because this is happening right at the base level of the computer's hardware, it happens at lightning speed. And that speed, combined with how complex it gets, makes it the absolute perfect foundation for incredibly strong encryption.
Okay, level 5. This is it. The ultimate gadget, also known as XOR. Welcome to the big leagues. We're finally replacing that simple shift cipher with the ultimate cryptography tool, the XOR operator. XOR stands for exclusive OR, and in Python, we represent it using that little caret symbol. You know, the one that looks like a little hat. XOR is basically a logic game that you play with 2 bits. The rules are pretty simple. If you compare 2 light bulbs and their states are different, like one is a 1 and the other is a 0, XOR outputs a 1. The light turns on. But if their states are the exact same, meaning they're both 1s or both 0s, XOR outputs a 0. The light stays off. So different equals 1, same equals 0. Make sense?
Now you might be wondering, why on earth do we care about this light bulb matching game? Well, check out this quote. The magical feature of XOR that makes it ideal for encryption is that it is reversible. This right here is its ultimate superpower. It's the perfect spy tool because whatever it scrambles, it can unscramble just as easily, simply by using the exact same rule.
Here's how this builds the perfect lock. Step 1. You take your original message and you XOR it with your secret key. That immediately creates an incredibly scrambled, completely unintelligible encrypted message. To a hacker, it just looks like total garbage. But step 2 is where the magic happens. When your friend receives that garbage message, they just take it and XOR it with the exact same secret key. Instantly, all those 1s and 0s flip right back into their original places, restoring the original message perfectly. Mind-blowing, right?
All right, final step. Level 6, unlocking the mystery. Let's actually see your final secret agent mission in action using real Python code. First up, we establish our shared secret key. Let's just set it to the number 10. Next, our target plaintext is the letter A. Now for the real magic trick, we use the ORD function to convert A into its secret Unicode number. Then we apply our little hat symbol, the XOR operator, right against our secret key of 10. This mathematically flips the bits of the letter A. Finally, we take that weird new number and wrap it up in our CHR function to turn it back into a character. The result? A completely strange, hidden ciphertext that looks absolutely nothing like the letter A.
But notice the brilliant reversibility here. Just look at this comparison. The encryption side takes the ordinal of A and XORs it with 10. Now look over at the decryption side. The person receiving this doesn't have to do any crazy backwards math to solve it. No, they literally just take that hidden character's number and they hit it with XOR 10 again. Because XOR acts like a perfect mirror, applying the exact same key a second time perfectly undoes the first time, handing you the original letter A right back. It's so clean.
So look at that. You've totally leveled up from trying to pass simple notes across the classroom to actually understanding the bit-level math that secures the entire internet. You know how to translate letters to numbers, and you know exactly how to scramble them using the incredible power of Python's XOR operator. So the only question left for you is, now that you have these ultimate cryptography tools in your tool belt, what secrets are you going to build to secure the digital world? Keep coding, keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.